sort of, a little bit tighter than the normal. So what's the problem? I say, what's the problem? So you throwing it good or bad or what?
This ball right here, I don't know how much I don't know. It seems to jump just a little too much on the back end for me. It seems to be a little too angular, I guess is what I guess.
This should have dropped that.
Huh?
You should have maybe gone to more of a blended, maybe something like this. This is kicked out a lot. It's going to get down the lane a little bit further than it normally does.
I mean, it gets down there and it turns even harder.
Right. Well, that's because of where everything is.
This is what G's suggested I do,
and what'd you tell him to do that you wanted it to do?
I said an all-around ball.
Oh, okay.
And
I would agree.
It's close, but it's just a little angular on the back, and I seem to be leaving a lot of.
Can you throw this?
Yours? If I put my thumb in it, I can.
Is yours a big one or a small
one? Yeah, it's a big one.
Okay.
Can you take yours out? Your thumb's too big for me.
Oh yeah, yours is. I may throw it. Holy mackerel!
What? I got a long span.
You got small ass fingers is what you got.
I got fat fingers.
You got small fingers. Holy crap. That's a small ass fingers. It's more of a blended.
Damn, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Because what happens is when you put it up and then you move it outside like that. I mean, this is an good all around ball. You can throw that anywhere, but this one is going to be a little bit more, or this one's going to be a more blended right here because it's dropped down here and it's. Or this one is here, and it's kind of.
Nothing about that shit, so I don't. And that's the thing. It changes with every single ball. I mean, you could drill this same pattern on this ball, and it does something completely different.
Oh yeah, try to throw that again. Mine. Throw about 3 balls. Let's see if it's about the same. Yeah, it's going to be more of an arcing motion where. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that jumping all the way at the end shit. It's too much.
Well, all your other balls, that's what they do, though.
Huh?
All your other balls, that's what they do. You need one like this. You need more of a.
Sherlock doesn't do that.
Well, that's because of the kind of ball it is.
My Sherlock doesn't do that. My
well, that's because
my
of the
Nano
kind of,
doesn't do that either. My IQ Nano.
Well, you're talking about the Nano is kind of a dull ball too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be more blended than those two. because of the way it's drilled. The pin down is gonna get that ball to roll a little earlier, so it's not gonna have as much. Where the other ones, if you have them above like that, if you put this drill on one of those, it's gonna roll a lot different than.
Well, my Sherlock is pinned down, remember?
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably why you like it.
Why what?
That's probably why you like it.
He told me not to throw it all the time.
Oh, okay. Pause.
Really good carry with mine is an issue. So I'm leaving what solid nines, like smack nines, and a lot of tens.
Well, a lot of. If you're leaving a lot of more tens than nines. Huh? Got 27, 28. Yeah. What's up?
I've never seen a guy that's on 27.
Neither have I.
And that works.
Yeah.
You get free ball.
Huh?
You just get free ball in it.
Yeah. Okay, now throw the other one.
I have nothing to grab onto in yours. Fucking throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
I mean, it could be how you're. I can see where it could cause. It's like if you're leaving like nines and tens.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more of a directional type thing. It's you might not be throwing it the same way. I still like a pin down ball a lot better. Though. That's a good shot, though. I mean,
that's a good ball. It's hard to explain.
There's a huge difference between a 9-pin and a 10-pin, as far as like leaving a lot of them.
I want to say I'm leaving more 9 pins than anything else. In all honesty, like straight stone nines. Like the ball's not even touching it. Period. Just going right by it.
Well, if you're leaving a lot of those, you might be lined up wrong. Really. If you're leaving a lot of nines, you may not be lined up correctly. You may have to actually be, in the oil a little bit longer. But if you're going to do that, you might as well just throw.
A Sherlock?
Yeah, I mean. So you bought that for a specific reason. I mean, that's a good all-around ball. It really is. But I mean, I like the.
Is this one not all around?
Well, it also depends on how you throw it. But this one is going to hook a little earlier. It's going to be more blended. I don't bowl a lot, so I need something that's not going to be really jumpy because I don't bowl a lot. So that's why. And also that's the reason why I also like pin down balls. I get around it a lot, so I can hold down the hook a lot more with this one.
I feel like this one. Well, I mean, it's because it's probably new, but
it hasn't normalized yet.
My IQ Fusion doesn't have the angularness this one does. I don't think. It feels completely.
Well, throw that one and throw that one.
I was feeling my same as it used to be ever since she baked it.
Well, I mean, when you
That's why I haven't been throwing it much because it feels like it's dead almost.
well,
It's sliding a lot more now. It should be hooking on.
yeah, well, that one's kind of a smooth ball, though, isn't it? That's a Monday night shot. I think whatever they have. Yeah, the long one, yeah. Same thing, I think. And then this right here is a house. Well, a form of. It's a little bit tighter than normal, but not a whole lot tighter. It's not a whole lot tighter. I mean, are you looking for more on with that ball or what?
No, I like what this one does.
Okay.
I like what this one does.
Okay.
I thought this one that I got was gonna be like this.
No. For one, it's newer.
Yeah. Well, I thought.
Yeah.
I thought she said that ball was gonna replace this one.
No.
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 Somewhere along the line, something got lost in translation. Wait, do you see the difference?
Well.
I mean, obviously one's solid, one's a pearl.
Yeah, I was about to say it's hard to really compare them.
Shouldn't the pearl hook more on the back end than the solid?
Well, if you have the same number of games in it, you're a new ball. The first.
Yeah, you said 20 games or something like that.
Yeah, first 20 games. You know, and then after that, the balls tend to normalize. So you're going to see what the ball is going to look like the rest of its life. So
maybe it's just I need to just deal with it and keep rolling it, and hopefully the back end will cut back just a little bit. 'Cause it's not like it's a lot overhooking. It's just a tad.
I don't think it's overhooking. I think it's, you just have to work on your alignments.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a little bit different as you throw it different. One thing I have noticed though, your back leg is coming up like crazy. Well, it's usually because you're out of position. You're not in the normal position to release the ball. So what normally happens? That was better balance, but I think what's happening is you're pulling it down slightly from the top of the swing. It's causing your shoulders to really kind of close down earlier than normal. So just kind of, it's almost like you're not giving yourself time enough to let that slag leg get out in front. Where if everything's straight up and down like this, this leg is going to come up. Or if you're out in front, it's going to be more down.
All right.
Yeah, like that. That right there is a stronger finish position, I think. But I think if you throw it like this, you're gonna like the reaction of the other ball a lot better. You're gonna like the back end motion of the other ball a lot.
Okay.
Because if you're going, like 9 pin and then, so you're probably leaving 4 pins too, like 9 pin, 4 pin, maybe a 10 pin.
Yeah.
So
That's a 4-8.
so what's happening is you're having more of a breakpoint problem really than anything, where it looks like it's going to the same place, but it's falling off the table at different times.
Okay.
So by you getting down into it and projecting the ball more with your legs, you're going to get, instead of being like this, it's going to be more like that. So right now, let's say that you leave a 9 pin, you make an adjustment, okay, but then it's hooking at a different time than the other one. Your adjustment's not going to work.
Gotcha.
Where if you can get it more like this, your adjustments are gonna work better.
Okay.
So you're making an adjustment, but your break point is not consistent.
Because
Because you're not getting down into it. See, to me, that's a readable reaction. That's exactly where I thought it was going to end up. Where the other ones, I wasn't quite sure where it was going to go. With this one, I knew it was going to be a little high. So if you do the same thing,
now make my adjustment.
Yeah, now make your adjustment. Because that's the thing that I'm seeing. Whenever I see you straight leg, you're not getting that slide leg out in front of you. That takes away your break point control.
Okay.
But I like that. That's a good one. So yeah, you're just kind of looping a little bit. But the thing of it is, that's not bad though, because I knew it was going to be a touch high. So
See, I moved my target one board to the right.
Okay.
Versus moving my feet. I went for the 9 board. I aimed for like the 9 board at the break
Okay.
point.
So what we want to do, try moving your eyes in one and your feet in one. Just kind of parallel in one. Nice shirt. Yeah. So do you like the solid state or the outline of the state? What?
It's not 9. That could have crushed the clock any harder than that.
Well, but that's a different placement though. If you look,
My parallel, remember?
I know, but what I'm saying is it's a different shot shape. This you can adjust for. That's a different shot shape than the other one. So then it's very slight. You see a shot shape?
My second one was a little bit more direct. It didn't go out near as well.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, because that's that one.
Yeah. But this one here is more predictable. Where the other one, if you actually throw it the same way, move your eyes one, then you're gonna be in the pocket. And if you tug it in a little bit, then you'll just leave a 9 pin. But if you get it out a little bit more, the ball is gonna still get around the corner, and you're gonna probably carry. So it's all about playing it's a numbers game. You're gonna leave a 9 pin at some point because that's just the way it is. It's a brand new ball. But what I'm saying is you have to look beyond the pin that you're leaving. You got to look and see. This is what you got. You got to look at the shot shape. How the ball is actually running. The way it's rolling and your ball placement, you expect to leave a 9. Okay. But this one
I
right
didn't expect to leave a 9 on that one.
Well,
I thought
I
that was
did.
going to crush.
It was a kind of touch high, but I like the shot shape better than this.
Mhm.
This right here, you could get yourself in trouble. You could easily go face with that ball right there.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt.
Yeah. So move your eyes right one, okay, but keep your feet the same. But execute the same with that. Right now, I think you staying down like that is going to give you just a lot better projection. So move your eyes one right.
I feel like I'm having to relearn how to throw with this ball, particularly.
Well, no, it's see. Thing of it is, the other balls when they're all normalized. So,
What do you mean?
well, they're normalized. They've actually had some games on
I'm
them.
not my Sherlock.
But you can't compare. It's apples and oranges. I mean,
Okay.
see, these are what the adjustments really should be. That ball looped out a little bit, but you know.
I kept my feet in the same place and I moved my eyes.
Yeah. See, but the thing of it is, what you have to understand is the other balls because they're, and I'm not talking about the Sherlock, okay? I'm talking about your other balls. They were readable because they're normalized. They're not going to react like this. It's a brand new ball, and the drill that it's on. This is what I'm expecting to see. But you're talking about a matter of inches, you know. Even though it was a different result, okay. The shot shape is readable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's just a lot more readable than the rest of it.
How do I strike with this ball?
No, you just have to get the ball down lane a little bit longer. So just kind of concentrate on your slide. Get your slide in. You're such a dork. So if you look at the ball path,
Carlos over there saying, is that Statue of Liberty that's over here?
whatever the
Whatever he said put down?
yeah, whatever yeah.
It doesn't feel like Statue of Liberty. It feels like that prior number 5 or whatever that's fucking long as shit. Statue of Liberty is 47.
Did you throw any on this one? He said, is that what he said? He put on both of them, or? Because I know they said this one plays really long.
Those two are too.
Oh, okay.
None of my back shit. No.
That's good though. Really?
Move on the back end. Statue of Liberty comes up into a point, so it should be a little drier on the outside. It ain't shit out there. It's still windy shit.
Well, it's going to be a little bit different here than because MattE is going to be. Oh, you're talking about Monday nights? Yeah. Well, that side of the house also plays different. That side of the place plays a little bit more open than this side. Touch, just only a touch though. I mean, it's It plays a little bit longer on this side. No. Yeah. I think when you get some games on this, it's going to normalize. It's going to be a little bit closer to what you expect, but not. It's not going to be exactly what you expect. It's going to be. It's still going to be strong because mid lane roll. I mean, because of the surface of this ball, yeah, it's still gonna be strong. Where the other ones are, the ball's getting so far down lane, it looks like it's hooking less. It's really not. It's still got a little bit of snap to cover boards. It just doesn't have enough lane left. Where this one's, even though it's pin up, I mean, it's still gonna read a little bit quicker than your other stuff. Especially since it's a new ball, so it's going to read a little quicker because it's stronger right now. So that'll read a little bit later once it starts to normalize a little bit. But it'll never be the same path as the other one. That's the weird thing about, with all these different drills, as, a polished ball, a pro ball will always get down lane. That ball will always read a little bit quicker. But because of the drill, it may be, the difference between the two may be different. It's just so you have to start understanding, the characteristics of the ball. The other one's going to get down lane. This one's going to read a little quicker. But this is going to read quicker very strong because of it being a new ball. Where the Sherlock's it's really aggressive. It's going to read really, really quickly. And so it's going to be strong, but it's going to be similar to what you have here, but this one is newer, so it's going to, for now.
This and the Sherlock are the same. I bought these within a week of each other.
But they're completely different balls, is what I'm saying. Oh. The only thing I'm trying to tell you that you're not going to have, what people go in, they think I'm gonna have balls that go like this, so I can go one to the other to the one. That's not the way it's going to end. This may be, the difference between this one may be like this, but the difference between this one and this one might be here. You know what I mean? So, overall hooking may be the same for these two, but when it hooks is going to be different. So they end up in the same place. You know what I mean? So one's going to hook earlier, end up here. The other one's going to hook later, but then hook up here. There's two different shot shapes, but they're still going to end up. They're still going to be, let's say it's high, they're still going to be high.
So it's not about how many boards it crosses, it's where it starts to move at.
Yes.
Revelation.
Yeah. That's like somebody buys a ball and it says, oh, this ball is supposed to be for dry lanes, but it's still hooking. Well, yeah, it's going to hook. Because it's smooth, it's going to get down lane. But, if you get a ball that's going to get down lane and it's smooth and you're rotating it, that means that energy is not going to go away. It's going to translate to movement on the back end. I'd rather, if I want something that's going to hook less on the back, I'd rather hit something that's not going to store up so much through the front part of the lane that it's going to be more gradual.
That's why you're I guess. Correct?
Either that or you have a ball with surface on it with a weak layout. That's what I said. It's really, really complex. I don't even know all the parts of it. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody thinks that a ball, this ball is made for dry lanes. What does that mean? Do you want it to hook later or late? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's what I think is. I think it's funny, but the ball companies do that because they need to say something. You know, they what kind of ball is this? You know, but you know, a real ball driller can take a really aggressive ball and make it weak. Really aggressive, a pro shop owner. Yeah. I know it's not what you want to hear. Nah, you just get used to this stuff.
You pretty much throw the living hell out of this ball at practice and try to break it in.
I think you just got to get used to it. See, I told AJ I might try to see if I can set something up for Wednesday. So Wednesday, what time is good for you guys? In the he's getting a haircut. I think you should just take it, just go straight down the middle, just kind of. We'll see y'all. See, you know, 9-pin balls, depending on how they are, I don't mind them. You know, like that one right there, I'll take all day. You know, I might adjust my eyes, you know, maybe half a board just to get me, just to let my mind know I need to get it a little bit further right. You know, but if I move it like half a board to a board right, I know I have room left to tug it, and the ball will still float a little bit. Because I'm not doing this way, I'm actually going more direct. So that right there, I don't mind leaving 9 pins on that. Like I said, I'd probably adjust my eyes, make sure I really slide into it, just so I can project a little, you know, a little bit longer. But you know,
From what I'm understanding, this is a little bit more stronger than I would need for a house shot ball.
yeah, yeah.
And that's what I told you. I said I wanted a good ball that I could use on a house shot, but also on a sport shot. And obviously, this.
See that's tough. That's tough to get one that's going to work on both.
Sorry.
It's tough to get one that's going to work on both. Really.
On both.
Yeah, yeah. You almost have to have a couple balls for sport and a couple balls for. You know how many T-shirts I put out yesterday? I was like, I know. So what I mean, though. See, the hardest thing is to really, when you get into advanced bowling, I mean, being able to read a good reaction. This is a great reaction. The one before that was a good reaction because the shot shape is similar. You know, the placement is a little bit different, but, you know, right now, if you miss a couple boards right, that ball's still going to come back and still have a chance to carry. You tug it in, you know you're going to go about 9 pin high. But you have more room swinging right than tugging, obviously. But if you tug it even more, it still may sit.
I feel if I get that ball out towards the right.
It depends on how you get it. No. See, the thing of it is, I mean, even though you remember what you leave, you know, it's even though you leave a 9 pin. Let's say you leave 5 9 pins, of course, of a night. I guarantee they're not all thrown the same. There's so many things that come into play. And if you're really leaving that, if you have to be that perfect, then I would have put the ball away on the second. If I don't have room to move left, I would have already placed the ball. Yeah, I would have used another ball. You know, because especially on that kind of ball, I want to save that new surface for when I really need it, not for when, you know, I don't want to just use it for impressive strikes. I want to use it when it's gonna You know, I'd rather keep the new ball cover. Yeah. Good shot. You really didn't slide into that as
No,
much.
I didn't. I almost lost my balance on that one.
Like I said, I mean, the only thing that you need to do is make sure you get that slide leg out in front of you. And then at that point, then it's just adjustments. I'd rather have to worry about just adjustments than execution. But really, from the ones that I've seen a couple times, you've been fighting execution and adjustments. But it's the execution, it's being nitpicky. You know, so your execution has been good, but it hasn't been good enough where you don't have to worry about that breakpoint problem. I'll put it that way.
Which is why I switched.
Right. So,
Because
you
this
know,
ball confuses the hell out of me.
right.
I just don't understand.
You don't have to understand it. It's not. It just doesn't. It's just not uncertain.
On this
You're
pattern,
looking for a look.
Yeah.
If you don't have that look, don't fight it. Switch.
Switch.
See, because you can leave a 9-pin with anything.
That was a damn good ball.
No, there have been a couple good balls, but the thing of it is, you know what? I think what needs to happen, and this is not you. I'm talking about people in general. Stop whining about 9-pins. Stop whining. Yeah. Stop whining about leaving anything. Just bowl.
I've never actually whined about a 9-pin until I started throwing this. This is when I normally.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you leave it, you leave it. You know, don't try to analyze it. You know what I mean? If you leave one, you can throw a 9-pin with any ball that you have. If you leave a lot of them, then the ball is a little bit too strong. Just switch. Like I said, I'm just saying, if people can look beyond that and just, I think people get too emotional about it. Where, not emotional, but you know, it bugs them too much. You know, they want to overanalyze. Oh, I'm leaving the whole back row. Okay, well, you're leaving the whole back row. You know, you're not being consistent. If I'm leaving, I can't carry the 10. Then you're not lined up, or you don't have the right piece in your hand. You know, or let's say you're leaving 4 pins. You know, 4 and 9. You know, that ball's coming in with too much angle. You've got to either kind of tighten up your angle, you know, so that you're not looping it as much, or you need to get another piece in your hand. That's all I'm saying. I mean, there's so many people that tell me, I you know, and I see it a lot, and it's like, I'm throwing it great, I just can't carry. I'm like, there's a reason why you can't carry. And then sometimes you make adjustments, and then you never get it. That's just the way it is. But, you know, if you're leaving something, it's not perfect. You know, so that's going to make you a better bowler. You know, when you can just understand you're going to lead. The more you hit the pocket, the more you're going to lead.
I honestly believe you can actually throw a perfect ball and still leave a pin.
Well, what I'm saying, well, you control. It's all science, though. It's science, but there's so many things that happen. The amount of rotation, the amount of oil that's in a lane. Even between, let's say you throw it here and the next time you throw it here, there's a difference in rotation. You know, how much speed is on the ball because it. Well, not even that. But what I'm saying is, you know, a perfect strike is the ball hits the pocket at a right angle. You know, you hit the 1 in the 3, 3 goes to the 6 to the 10, the 2, 1 goes to 2, then to the 4 and the 7. The ball goes in, it hits the 5 into the 9 or to the 8, and then the ball deflects a little bit and hits the. That's a perfect strike. But there's no way that you can have that angle and not carry. But the thing of it is, it's hard to get there. You know what I mean? So if it's perfect, you'll carry. The trouble is, there's so many factors between here and there that could happen.
That you can't control.
Exactly. Exactly. Right. Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. That plays a big factor also. Actually, that's pretty good. I actually like the way you threw that one.
Shane says that this stuff is too easy. He's going down to 11-12 with a house shot. Shot a 168. It's too easy. Okay.
Ah.
All right, I see. You want to go?
He already figured it out. He's going down to a house shot. He already figured it out.
That's my grandson. Ah.